Hello, friends. Welcome back to Bottomless Brunch at Colmans. This one is for the artists and storytellers that indulge our imagination, transport us to different worlds, and constantly entertain and inspire us. Today, we're celebrating award season. Bravo, bravo. A thrilling time of year packed with illuminating performances, passionate speeches, and glitz, and don't forget, the glamour. That's why I'm looking all spiffy and ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. But check it out. If you like it a bit more casual, we're bringing award shows back to their roots. Informal, pants optional, and of course, with some delicious cocktails. Are you ready? It's time for award season with Bottomless Brunch at Colmans. Yeah, thank you. I thought it was heavier. I thought it was gonna be heavier. All right, let's meet my brunch guests. She's a trailblazing artist, activist, producer, and a pioneer for transgender visibility who exploded onto the scene with her Emmy-nominated role on Orange is the New Black. The fierce, the fabulous, the award-winning friend of mine, Laverne Cox. Hi, Laverne.
Hello, Colman. It is so lovely to see you.
Oh, I just love you, Laverne. All right, he's a tremendous director, producer, and writer behind movies such as Anchorman, Step Brothers, and The Big Short, which also landed him an Academy Award. And he has his latest hit, Don't Look Up, the triple threat himself, Mr. Adam McKay. Hello, Adam. How you doing?
How are you, Colman?
First, I'm gonna kick it off like this, all right? Laverne, I wanted to know something. You're the host of the E! Network's red carpet coverage. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We need you to stand up and show us your red carpet game and then give us some commentary on our looks. Okay, show us your red carpet game.
So this isn't a red carpet look. This is what I would wear around the house when I'm hanging out with my boyfriend.
To do what? Are you cooking in that?
I don't cook, but I do. I love to
that.
hang out with my boyfriend and give him something to look at and enjoy. In terms of what you guys are wearing,
Give us some commentary.
From what I can see, I see you look really small, Coleman. You always look very chic, Coleman. And Mr. McKay, may I call you Adam?
You can call me Adam, Laverne, please.
Adam, what is wonderful, though, about being a writer, director, is that you can give what you're giving. It's about, we love to give looks, but it's really, what do you have to deliver beyond the way you look?
That is the nicest insult I have ever received in my entire life.
That is not an insult. Coleman, it's your show. What do you want to do?
Thank you for handing it back over to me, Laverne. And back to you, Colman. Okay, Adam, we figured out at an event that you and I went to Temple University at the exact same time. Okay, now everyone wants to know this. Everyone wants to know this, at least the people who went to Temple University. Did you eat at the Owl's Nest?
I don't think I ever ate at the Owl's Nest, but I did partake in the lunch trucks in the middle of my day.
That's where I hung out all the time, yeah.
And you know my order. It was eggs, American cheese, and scrapple. Now, I want to know, does Laverne know what scrapple is?
I have no idea. Scrapple, it has nothing to do with the iced tea drink, I assume. It's not.
No, that would be...
That's Snapple, yeah.
Scrapple is what's left over after they take what they want for the hot dogs. And we all know hot dogs are not great. And so whatever is left over after the hot dog is scrapple. And by the way, it's delicious.
Okay, we're gonna chat more about that later, okay? But first, it's time to make a quick little cocktail and then we'll get back to some conversation, okay? I wanna check to make sure you have all your ingredients because I sent you a little care package, okay? And make sure you have a glass of water handy because we wanna make sure we tell people to stay hydrated. Today, we're gonna make a simple and tasty tequila drink that will never go out of style, okay? It's called a Tequila Don Julio Anejo Old Fashioned. Okay, you're gonna need 1.5 ounces of Tequila Don Julio Anejo. I believe you have that right there. And then I wanna tell you something about Don Julio Anejo, which is cool. It was created by Don Julio Gonzalez for celebrations with family and friends. He didn't want it for strangers. I'm totally kidding. He just wanted it to celebrate his loved ones. And it's still crafted today using the same meticulous process used to make the best premium tequila, which fits in perfectly for special occasions and milestones and moments such as this, a brunch with friends. All right, we're gonna have 1 teaspoon of simple syrup, 2 dashes of aromatic bitters, and an orange peel. Let's get to making it, all right? Grab your mixing glass, and we're gonna add 1.5 ounces of Tequila Don Julio in there. 1.5.
1.5 ounces.
1.5 ounces. And you're gonna add a couple dashes, 2 dashes of aromatic bitters. 1, 2, dash. There we go, that's your aromatic bitters, yes. We're gonna go with adding 1 teaspoon of simple syrup to this.
Not complex syrup, but simple syrup.
But simple, we don't wanna make it too complex. You know, we've gone through enough in this pandemic. We want it simple. And then after all that, I want you to add some ice cubes into that stirring glass, you guys.
All right, love it.
Okay, and then you're just gonna give it a nice little stir. Nice light stir. Get it nice and cold. Then you're gonna grab your rocks glass and get one of these large ice cubes. Plunk it right in there, baby.
Now, are we pouring it with the ice?
Yeah, you're gonna pour right over the ice. Nice, elegant strain. Perfect, good, wonderful.
Everything I do is elegant, Colman.
Adam, how are you doing with it?
Good, I'm straining right now.
And then we're gonna garnish this baby with an orange peel swath, okay?
Love it.
An orange peel swath?
A swath. I like to get a nice light cutting of it, a little shedding. I like to make a little circle with mine. But you can do it
By the
long.
way,
You can
my
make it-
nickname, Colman, when I lived in Philly was Orange Peel Swath.
You know what? I should have guessed that. You know, you give that off. All
And
right?
just plop the peel in.
Plop it right up in that baby. Exactly, great. And give that a nice, you smell that, get all those notes. Look at that, wonderful.
Ooh.
So on Hollywood's biggest night, your favorite stars are toasting with Tequila Don Julio Anejo 70 or 1942. Enjoy it and cocktails, sipping neat or on the rocks, but we're gonna do it right here with this one rock. Cheers, everybody. Hey, to awards season. What
Cheers.
the hell? Why the hell not?
Zastarovier. I think it's Zastarovier.
Ooh, that's good.
For our friends at home, you can find the recipe for Tequila Don Julio Anejo Old Fashioned on amc.com/brunch. Cheers, everyone, and please drink responsibly.
Always drink responsibly. Work, Colman. This is delicious.
Really
Thank you.
good.
I want to know, Laverne, what are you serving today besides all this fashion and goodness?
I'm having scrambled eggs with some cheese and potatoes and sausage, but she doesn't cook, so I love a
Are
Jimmy
you
Dean
selling Jimmy
breakfast
Dean? Are
honey.
you hawking Jimmy Dean's on the show?
I'm not. There's no sponsorship, but that's what is here. That's
Wait a
what's
minute.
here. And it's
Wait,
delicious.
so none of this was made at all. Okay, I love it. Okay, great. Okay, Adam, what did you bring for brunch?
I got one of my favorite places here in LA. It's a weird fast food place called Astro Burger that actually has vegan fast food. And they make an amazing breakfast burrito. So that's what I got. It's one of my
That's nice.
favorite breakfasts.
See, I went the opposite way because usually I love something meaty, cheesy, and greasy. But I thought it being, you know, award season and you know, when you're trying to keep things tight and right, I went with a lean and mean fruit protein smoothie. You know, I got some banana,
Colman.
strawberries, blueberries.
Strawberries, blueberries.
Yeah,
What's
I got
the
some
base?
protein
Tell us everything's
powder,
in it.
protein powder and oat milk. It's like, you know,
Word.
goat milk, but without the G, you know. And I topped it off with a little sprig of mint just to make it a little pretty.
Zastarovier.
Since it's award season, I want to know what are some of your favorite iconic award show moments. Mine is when John Travolta introduced Idina Menzel as Adele Dazeem. It's just probably perfect. It's just a perfect moment. Chef's kiss. Laverne, you?
It's always Halle Berry's moment when she won the Academy Award for Best Actress for Monsters Ball. I think it was 2002. And that moment changed my life around space of possibility. It helped me dream bigger. It's deep to me in 2022 that she's still the only Black woman to win a Best Actress Oscar. And that moment just it gave me such a sense of possibility. And it's everything for me.
It's a beautiful moment.
This is easily the coolest one I ever had. Was the year that we did Vice. We were nominated, and right across the aisle at the Kodak was Spike Lee, who's an absolute legend to me. I grew up, She's Gotta Have It, all his early films. So the night that we were nominated for Vice, he was right across from me, and he won for Best Screenplay, and I saw him spring up and run down the aisle, and I think it was Sam Jackson who presented the award, and he ran into his arms, and it was the coolest. My wife was next to me, and I was like, you don't understand, like, I grew up on his movies, so that was really cool.
I remember I had a friend, we went to go see Hustle and Flow all together. It was a group of people, black, white, you name it. And he said that he ordinarily wouldn't have seen the film. And I was like, why? And he's like, well, I didn't think it was marketed towards me. I didn't think it would be a story for me. And then my friend Margot, who is a Black woman from Detroit, said, well, I would go see Cold Mountain, so I don't understand. So it's basically about trying to get people to see other people's stories. And if they don't see it, they don't even know how to acknowledge it, it seems, right?
Do you remember when Boys in the Hood came out? I mean,
Absolutely.
It was like a detonation because it blew through the walls that Colman is talking about, because it became an event. It was like everyone saw Boys in the Hood. That's what art can do. I think if art leads the way, if the message leads the way, it's gonna drag everything else with it. It's gonna drag the studios knowing we gotta tell these stories, the awards going, oh, this is worthwhile. So it hurts in the moment, and that's why that moment for Spike Lee winning the Academy Award was so rich for me, because I got to see a guy who should have had it numerous times have his moment.
What comes to mind for me is what we consider awards worthy, and so often projects from marginalized communities are not deemed awards worthy unless they sort of tend to fall into certain tropes that we see, right? Where you have this whole sort of legacy of like Black women being nominated for being sort of downtrodden, and particularly for Academy Awards, Emmys, for many awards. So we really have to, I think differently about what the criteria for what is awards worthy. I mean, I have to say this. I mean, I'm not kissing your ass, Colman, but like it amazes me that you have yet to be nominated for an Emmy or an Academy Award, and you've been in these, Academy Award winning, Emmy Award winning projects, and the work is so solid. So I think at the end of the day, we have to have some perspective around it. I obviously enjoy, going to award shows, and I've been a sort of connoisseur of, them for a long time, but we have to take them with a bit of a grain of salt.
You know what I think? I think it's funny because I wonder if I sat back and thought about it, I think it could possibly bother me. I think there were times I'm being honest, sometimes it bothers you. Sometimes you wonder, like, is your work seen? Can people see your work? And then I thought, well, my work changes a lot. So I think sometimes people don't know how to sort of judge my work or where they see me or in these different, in all these different mediums. But I think it feels like things are becoming a bit more amplified, and then people can actually figure out what my work is. And I think maybe it's a benefit. I'm gonna quote something that Denzel Washington told me on the set of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. He said, a lot of times we go for the awards, and Lord knows he's been decorated enough. He said, but it took me a long time to realize it's not about the awards, it's the rewards. He said it's about how you affected someone's life or changed or led a set.
I love that because honestly, in my, I've been doing this for since my early 20s, so almost 30 years, some of my favorite projects are the ones that were most poorly reviewed or received. So I think that is so true. The moment doesn't always recognize the moment. I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and once we understand that, then we can always be peaceful around it. We're like, you know what? Art is subjective. A lot of times I can't even understand when you have a best actor and you're like, this is very different work. It doesn't make sense with a comedy and a drama and something. So
It doesn't.
I want to know about also sort of the after parties. I want to know who you are at an after party. Are you the social butterfly circulating like crazy? Are you hiding in the corner, or do you just go home? Laverne.
Social butterfly. I guess I'm that person. You see me at these parties. We flint about and I fangirl and I talk to people. Yeah, I flint about and I dance at them and we have a good old time.
Who are you at the after party, Adam?
I'm trying to think of the craziest after party ever. We did one for Saturday Night Live when I was there, and it was I think it was like the 40th anniversary or something, and I got to hang out with Bill Russell afterwards, the legendary Celtics center, the all-time great winner. So those are the memories I have, are always like those crazy people that you meet that are like legends in your mind. And the fact that you're just hanging out at a party, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I want to wrap things up with a fun game, all right? This is what I call Sophie's Choice Awards, okay? This is rapid fire, and you can pick only one, okay? All right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to each of you. First, I'm gonna start with Adam McKay. Adam, Squid Games or The Hunger Games?
Oh, man.
Rapid fire.
I love them both. Hunger Games.
Okay, great. Laverne, Squid Game or Hunger Games?
Squid Games.
Great. Laverne, Titanic or The Notebook?
I've never seen The Notebook.
So I guess Titanic,
Scandal.
right?
Titanic, yes.
Great. Adam McKay, Titanic or The Notebook?
Titanic.
Great. Laverne, Betty Davis or Joan Crawford?
How dare you?
Scandal.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this is hard. This is really hard.
Sophie's choice, baby. Sophie's choice.
This is really
You gotta let one
hard.
of them go. You gotta let one of them go.
Joan Crawford for accepting the Oscar in Joan Crawford for that. Joan Crawford
Because
for
that was the
Mommy
bossest
Dearest. Joan
move
Crawford
ever.
For Mildred
The
Pierce.
bossest move ever.
Joan Crawford. Joan
Great,
Crawford.
Joan Crawford.
Yes.
Perfect. Adam McKay, Joan Crawford, or Betty Davis?
I go Betty Davis. She reminds me a little bit of my grandmother.
Okay,
I
beautiful.
love it.
Okay.
That was Sophie's choice. It really was.
That really was. Adam McKay, James Earl Jones, or Morgan Freeman?
Oh, that's not cool, man. You can't do that.
I didn't come up with this.
Oh, I love James Earl Jones. I love Morgan Freeman. I go Morgan Freeman by like half a hair.
You let
half
James
a
Earl
hair.
Jones go. Wow. Okay. All right.
I don't like
Okay.
it. You
I'm
put
not.
me in this spot.
I know it's not fun, is it? It's not fun, is it? It's not fun.
I love Morgan Freeman, but it's James Earl Jones for me. Like all day, every day.
He's the
I am
coolest.
Your
He's the
father.
coolest.
I mean, come on.
Here's the final one for you guys. The final one that's going to be really hard. Okay, Diana Ross or Colman Domingo? I know it's really odd. Like I don't even believe this is a choice, but this is
Colman.
Sophie's Choice
Girl.
Awards.
Coleman.
Diana Ross.
Wait a minute. Wait. So you gonna let me go, Laverne? You gonna let me
I
go, for
love
Diana?
you. I love you, Colman. But there's only one boss, honey. There's only one boss.
Thank you, Adam McKay, for choosing wisely. Laverne, we're gonna have to do some unpacking about this.
I
thought we
know
were
it's your
close.
show, honey, but girl, Diana
gotta cut me loose.
Ross, girl, really, girl.
Adam, Laverne, I thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate you so much. Cheers to you. This has been wonderful. Thank you. Before we go, I'd like to give a toast to some game changers, extraordinary figures like our recently departed Mr. Sidney Poitier, the legendary actor who was the first Black man to receive a Best Actor Academy Award. And also to another trailblazing figure, a past Bottomless Brunch guest, my friend, the amazing, the incredible MJ Rodriguez. She won for Best Actress in a TV drama this year, marking the first time in history a trans actress has won a Golden Globe. May it not be the last time. If you want even more of my conversation with Adam and Laverne, you can just head on over to Bottomless Brunch at Colmans, the podcast. It's available now wherever you listen. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Take good care of yourself and always drink responsibly. Bye-bye.